Hi, my name's Annabelle. Welcome to my gardening channel, Annabelle in the Garden. This Erysimum bulbs mauve, or wallflower, has been flowering my garden since March. It's now early June and it's still going. But I do know that next year I'll need to replace it because it will get too woody and it'll be too big at the front of the border. So I'm going to take some cuttings and I'm going to show you how to do that. It's not as difficult as it sounds. This Erysimum has got so big that a lot of this material isn't useful for cutting. But if I rummage around on the edge of it, I'll find that there are some smaller shoots which will be fine for taking cuttings from. Like here. So this piece is still quite bendy and I can cut that and take it inside and start making some cuttings. The idea of making cuttings is basically you're creating free plants and it's cheap and easy to do and it's not as difficult as it sounds. So the material I've chosen is lovely and soft and springy at the top. It doesn't have a flower head and you can see it's lovely and green and healthy looking. So here I've got a mixture of John Innes No. 1 compost, which I've actually put through a sieve because then it gets all the lumps out. And perlite or vermiculite is great because it just loosens up the soil and keeps it nice and free draining. So I'm going to place the mixture into my 13cm pot until it's just about level and then tap it down like that. So to do your cutting, I use an old bathroom tile and I've got a sharp knife. I put the cutting down on the tile and cut it below a leaf joint here. It's called a node, like that, straight across like that. And then I cut off the leaf and I cut off all the leaves very carefully so you don't tear the stem all the way up. So now I've got my cutting and I've removed most of the leaves, I'm also going to very carefully just pinch out that central tip because that's where all the hormone activity is and that will help the plant concentrate its hormones on producing new roots. This is organic rooting liquid, or you can also get powder. And I've just poured some into the top and I'm just going to dip my cutting into it like that. Then I'm going to take a dibber. I'm going to insert it down the edge of the pot like that. And I'm going to put the cutting in and just gently with my finger firm around it like that. Now I'm going to repeat this all the way around. I always think of when I do cuttings a bit like doing a clock. So I do 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and then one in the middle. And unless you've got a really wide pot, that tends to be enough. So there you go. Now all you need to do is water them and then create a little humid environment for them to live in for the first month so that they have a little bit of protection and humidity around them. So the best way to water them is just to stand them in a bowl of water for about 25 minutes or water them with a watering can with a fine rose on it about 6 times, just pass it over the top and that should get the pot nice and saturated. And then you just need to take a plastic bag like this. This is just a freezer bag. Open it up, put it really carefully over the top. Secure it with a plastic band around the bottom. Now if it gets hot in your greenhouse, it's better to leave it somewhere a little bit more shady, otherwise it'll just be too hot and the cuttings will actually frazzle. They're a bit like cut flowers when you first make them, and they do need to be kept humid inside their plastic bag for about a month. And then you'll know when they've rooted. You can take the plastic bag off and just check. If you tug them slightly, you'll see if they pull out, then they haven't rooted, and if they're a little bit firm, then you'll feel that they've rooted. And the second way you can know that they're rooted is if you check underneath, eventually you'll see some little fine white root hairs that come through. So that's how to propagate or take cuttings from Erysimum or Wallflowers. And don't forget to go to my gardening channel, Annabelle in the Garden, for more tutorials. Happy gardening!